The outcome, to be honest with you, is just a reward. And the best things in life are going to be so hard to accomplish and so hard to get. Priorities and consistency go hand in hand. Let's build your consistency to the point where you're going to be unstoppable. We are killing our careers. We're killing our lives without consistency. Welcome to the 200% Life Podcast. I'm your host, Jeremy Gomez, and I'm coming straight to you from Orlando, Florida. Beautiful city, beautiful. And hey, let's get right into it. I just want to say thank you for your support over the last couple of months, but here we go, straight into it, episode 6. Today, we're going to talk about consistency. Consistency is the topic of the hour, so take your notepads out, pens out, because we're going to talk about this topic, which it needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about. Everybody needs to talk about consistency, because why? We are killing our careers. We're killing our lives without consistency. So let's take you back now. A little story time. So here we go. We got a guy named Jimmy. Jimmy's a good guy, but he has one problem, okay? And he's sitting on a sunny afternoon, on a Saturday, just in his porch, just dwelling and thinking back on his life, on how many opportunities Jimmy has lost throughout his years because he has one problem, and that is procrastination. Procrastination, big problem for him. And after thinking about it for a little bit of time, he decides that, you know what? Enough is enough. I need to stop this procrastination. I need to start being productive. I need to start doing something for my life. I've lost so many opportunities, and I need to do something different today about it. But not only what, I feel like I'm alone. He feels like he's alone, so he wants to start something that people just like him can relate. A support group, which he entitles the Procrastinators Unite Group. The Procrastinators Unite Group, okay? So here we go. He starts putting everything, ads on Facebook, on Instagram. He's, clicking here, clicking there. He's, copying and pasting his ads. And you know what? He's getting traction. After a couple of days, he's getting traction. He's got, now 10 people, now 15 people, 20, 30, 40, 50, 75 people, 75 procrastinators that want to meet up and the support group. He's excited, sets a date, rents a room in his local library, and now he's got this group coming up. And you know what? The day comes, he's excited, he dresses to the T's, and here we go. The first meeting of the Procrastinators Unite group joins together, and he's in. And to his surprise, not only 75 people showed up, it was 100 people, because a procrastinator knows another procrastinator, and so now they're all in together in this big group, and it's a party. It's like, you know what? I found somebody that's just like me. You're a procrastinator. You're a procrastinator. We're all procrastinators here, and it's a party. There's music, there's food, there's little finger foods, there's little cocktails and everything, and everybody's just ready to just vent on themselves, to understand why are you just like me. And then so, just like any great support group, they all sit down in a circle, big circle, because there's about 100 people, and then they're all starting to talk about, their feelings. This is the reason. This is when I started being a procrastinator. Because of procrastination, I lost this opportunity. Because of procrastination, I did this, I did that, and everybody's there. And then, now it's not just Jimmy, it's just John, then Sue, then Jane, then Jorge, Ben. They're all talking about how procrastination has killed their lives, okay? And how it's, become a part of their lives. So then it becomes the portion of the time where in this support group meeting, now they all want to now join together and create a change. And so everybody stands up. Jimmy says, who's ready to stop procrastination? And Johnny says, I am. Who else? Jorge says, I am. Then Ben says, I am. And all across the room, everybody's going, yes. I want to stop procrastination. Yes. Who's ready to stop procrastination? I am. And then so here's the big question where it comes in. And Jimmy goes, yes, we're all ready to do this. Who's ready? Yes, we're ready. Yes. When do we start? Tomorrow. All right. And that is the moral of the story is you must break these patterns And procrastination is going to kill your consistency. Consistency is defined as the quality of always behaving or performing in a similar way or always happening in a similar way. Showing up and understanding that you have to be doing the activities that are making you productive, that are making you special, that are making you grow on a constant basis. Okay, we just talked about this group of procrastinators, and I have a confession to make. I'm an ex-procrastinator. I'll give you that, and as much as I like to always, this is a fun fact. I always like to wait to the last minute to do things because I've been gathering thoughts. I actually complete my tasks, okay? Procrastination is you just don't do it. You know what I mean? You're just not consistent. Maybe you started doing it and now you have stopped because of whatever reason. Who knows what the reason is, right? Who knows what the activity is, right? Who knows what that, situation for you is. But that right there is what we're talking about today, is being consistent, to the people who have started something and then recently stopped it. I don't know how long it was. We talked about habits, last week, I believe, 21 to 60 days to create a habit. So once you have created that or started to want to create that habit and then you stop. Hey, listen, we're going to go back, to everything we talk about. You have heard it all. December 31st. The bells are ringing, right? You got your glass of champagne is 11:58, about to be 11:59. You have talked to yourself and said, this year coming up, I'm going to change, right? Your New Year resolution, right? I'm going to the gym. I'm going to start a new diet. I'm going to start reading more. I'm going to start spending more time with my kids. I'm going to, take up a hobby, and it's great. It's all good. Your resolutions, right? And then what happens? January 1st hits, that the ball drops in New York and everybody's starting, right? They wake up on January 1st and said, I'm going to start something new, right? The gyms are packed the first 3-4 days. And after January 5th, January 6th, empty again. Why? Because the consistency was not there, right? We procrastinate or we find an excuse to not do it again because we have found ourselves in a position where, we are not motivated enough to continue. All right. We're not focused enough to continue. And why is it hard to be consistent? All right. We're talking about gym. We're talking about diets. We're talking about income producing activities in your job, in your career, in your business as an entrepreneur. Why do we find it so hard to be consistent? Why? I'll tell you why. Because we tend to focus on the outcome more than the process. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. We tend to focus on the outcome, on the final result, versus the process. And the process is actually more important than the outcome. The process of your consistency is actually where you're going to learn and you're going to build and you're going to grow to be the best that you're trying to do. Okay, whether it be, the best employee, the best entrepreneur, the best business owner, the best physical fitness in your family, whatever it is, in that process that you must focus on instead of the outcome is where you're going to be. The outcome, to be honest with you, is just a reward. The outcome and the satisfaction of getting to that result is the reward, and you deserve that reward. But the beauty is in the process, okay? We're drawn to the positive feelings of the outcomes rather than the struggle or the journey. If everybody was doing this because it was easy, then more people and everybody would be doing it. And it's not easy. It's actually very hard. Things and the best things in life are going to be so hard to accomplish and so hard to get. Okay. But the journey is what you need to focus on. The journey to get there. Okay. Let's take it back to maybe a race, right? A track race, a 5K race, a marathon, the fulfillment or the finish line is a beautiful thing, but I believe the process and that journey to get there is even more beautiful, because that's when you're building up, you're building strength, you're building, a confidence in you that that you didn't have before, that nobody told you about. You're, getting to that finish line, and you're actually building up and growing to something that you probably weren't before. And I believe that is the reason why we're not consistent, is because we're thinking about, man, this is hard. Man, this is very struggling. Man, I have to get up early. Oh my God, I have to eat this. Goodness, I have to, go ahead and get myself beat up at the gym again. Oh my God, I have to make another call again. I have to pick up that phone again, and if we focus on being that process as a learning experience for you, that is where you're going to understand that consistency is going to become your best friend. Okay. You're going to overcome. Practice makes perfect, right? Whatever it is that you're trying to do. In my team and my sales team, I tell them, role play every day, call every day, prospect every day, because the more you do it, the more you're consistent, you're going to be a master at it. And mastering that portion of the process, which is the actual journey of it, is where you're going to get everything. And once you're so consistent that you know what's going to happen, you can predict your outcome. You can predict the final result. That is a beautiful thing, okay? 2 things you got to focus on. Here we go. Patience. Patience will help you appreciate the struggle and the journey. Patience, we talked about it in a previous episode. Patience, mastering patience is a beautiful thing, because once you master the patience, understanding that the struggle and the journey and mine is not going to happen overnight, that is where you're going to get the most results, okay? And focus on each step that gets you to that final outcome. Focus on the baby steps to get there. Again, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? That is what we need to understand, okay? Is it going to take you days? Is it going to take you weeks? Is it going to take you months? Is it going to take you years to master your craft? All right? So appreciate the journey with patience and focus. And another thing that I want you to understand today, and it starts with a D, discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. You have to understand that discipline is a big portion of consistency. You have to have the roadmap laid out for you. If you look at my calendar, I can't show it here because you guys are listening to it, but obviously YouTube can, but I'm not going to do that to my Spotify or my Apple podcast or my Google podcast. But if you have your calendar laid out for you, I have blocks of days of maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes, the slow stuff. If I have to make a call, I'll set up 15 minutes and put in my calendar. I want to be as disciplined as possible to have that in my face every single day, so I can understand that this is what I need to accomplish. That's my discipline, to the point that, my alarm setup, which, by the way, consistency, if you've been watching my vlog comes out here in very, very soon here, okay, episode 4. But we're talking about a morning routine, and without the consistency and the discipline to have that, then I wouldn't be able to accomplish that, right? So laying out your roadmap with discipline. I'm talking about calendars. I'm talking about alarms. I'm talking about, blocking out time for your meetings. If you have, a lunch meeting, set it up for an hour. Don't have a 4-hour lunch meeting. Hey, listen, if you're signing a contract, let's do it. But not just, talk business for 45 minutes and then we're just talking for whatever, about anything that has nothing to do with relevance of what you're there for. Okay, block out the times so that people respect your times, and be disciplined, discipline, not only with your schedule, but also with yourself. All right. Understand that your schedule and the discipline of following that schedule is important so you can continue with that consistency. If it's laid out in front of you in your calendar, you spend lots of money with these phones, right? Use it, put it to work. Okay, use your calendar to be able to take you. Okay, it will take you wherever you're gonna go, and discipline is everything when it comes to consistency. And last but not least, a portion of this also, it relies on another portion which you should know, which is priorities. Priorities and consistency go hand in hand. Okay, because you can have your roadmap laid out, you can have the patience, you can have the focus, you can have everything you want that is getting you to that consistency. But if you not prioritize your time, if you don't prioritize your relationships to being consistent in that activity that you're trying to get to or that goal, is gonna kill you. Okay, priorities is everything. We can prioritize it, everything that we need to do, but we must follow it, right? But priorities is going to be one of the main things that you have to do. That is sacrifice. That is, turning people away, turning activities away, turning your friends away. When you should be doing something, then you have to, sacrifice something else, right? If you're talking about fitness, someone advises you go have pizza and you shouldn't have it. Hey, listen, priorities come first, right? So you have to stick to your plan. With all that incest consistency, killing procrastination, being disciplined, prioritizing, being focused, being patient, all of that will come into one place and build your consistency to the point where you're going to be unstoppable to the point that you just know that as soon as you get to that and you're on game time, you know what I'm saying? I tell my team is, as soon as you hit that door, as soon as you pick up the phone, leave your problems at the door. Consistency. Get back to your showtime, okay? As soon as you hit showtime, whether it be on the phone, at the gym, at your job, in your business, whatever you're trying to do and you're being consistent, you will move mountains. You will do everything that you need to do to complete your final tasks and get to your result. I challenge you today to take all these points that I've talked about and start being consistent. Start being consistent. Kick procrastination out the door. Divorce it today. No more procrastination. Get in with your discipline. Get in your priorities. Set up your calendar, and you will be unstoppable very, very quickly. Okay? Takes 21 to 60 days to build a habit. Start now so you can build that habit very, very quickly. Guys, I'll leave you with that. Thank you again for listening to the 200% Life podcast, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for tuning in to the 200% Life podcast with new episodes coming to you every other week. And also, don't forget to rate, like, and subscribe and comment to anything that you want to on any of our other episodes below. And also, don't forget to check out the 200% vlog. Speaking of consistency, check out my morning routine on the newest episode up on YouTube. See you on the next one.